Welcome to the Lifestyle You podcast. I'm your host and health and fitness coach, Jenna Altman, and I'm so glad that you're here. Health and fitness don't have to be that complicated. Do you want to achieve a body you're proud of, gain physical and mental energy, and grow your confidence without giving up date night with your partner or starving yourself? The Lifestyle You podcast will provide you with the tools that you need to make your health and fitness fit into your lifestyle, not the other way around. The stories, lessons, and actionable takeaways from original episodes and guest interviews on this podcast will not only allow you to break through those limiting fears and beliefs, but also find freedom and confidence in the way that you move and fuel your body so that you can live your strongest, healthiest, and happiest life. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Lifestyle You podcast. Today, we are going to be talking about how I get my clients from point A to B using the SFL framework. So I wanted to just start off by sharing with you guys where I was a few years ago. For me, I honestly spent most of my days worrying about food and exercise. And y'all, it was miserable. I used to ask myself, how much more coffee can I drink to actually subside my hunger? Or how many miles do I need to run today to burn off the cookies that I ate last night? Or how can I spend more time outside the house to avoid overeating episodes? I dreaded my workouts, I relied on coffee for my every move, and I was tired of the guilt I felt around occasionally indulging in my favorite foods. And no matter how much I restricted my calories or how much cardio I did, I still hated my body. I thought, if I could just lose that last 10 pounds, if I could just work out because I enjoy it, if I could finally find peace and confidence within my body. And I knew that there had to be a different way because what I was doing was truly very much unsustainable and honestly miserable. So I decided to hire my first one-on-one nutrition coach. I finally figured out how to move my body in a way that I enjoyed without running tons of miles and still enjoying my favorite foods and building a lean body I loved. But what's even cooler is now I have the ability to coach women through this exact same transformation among their bodies and their minds. So I developed the Strength for Life method because I was you. And today I want to spend some time just working through what it is that I do with my clients and what this kind of looks like for them. Because every person is super unique and all of their recommendations are based on their individuality, but there are a few kind of common themes that I utilize throughout all of my clients and in each of their coaching programs. And so today I wanted to walk through the SFL method, the 3-step framework that I utilize to get my clients from point A to point B. And so step number 1 is going to be strength training. So when it comes to fitness, most people think that if they want to lose weight, then they need to do more cardio. And although some coaches may hate me for saying this, yes, this includes Orange Theory, F45, Burn Boot Camp, and some CrossFits too. Not all, but some. Today, I'm here to share the truth with you that the only way to tone your body and stay lean is to actually lift heavy weights. And honestly, if you're someone that's never actually really enjoyed cardio, great. You don't need to do it if you don't enjoy it. But at Harvest Coaching, we design a simple training program that is completely personalized based on your goals, equipment, and preferences. And the best part is that these workouts only take you 35 to 40 minutes. So that means you can squeeze them in between meetings or after work before date night with your partner. Step number 2 of the SFL framework is food quantity and quality. So when it comes to your nutrition, you've most likely tried out at least one of these 3 approaches. Option 1, seeking out a new diet to follow. Option 2, cutting out all carbs. And option 3, eating 1,000 to 1,400 calories. But here's the problem with each of those options. They're often unsustainable and they're designed as a one-size-fits-all approach, which doesn't actually take into account your personal preferences and your physiological needs. So through the SFL method, we prioritize first eating enough food for your body, and then we focus on the quality of those foods. So when we talk about eating enough food for your body, a lot of us have been chronically under eating for years. I know when I came into this space, I really had the only attempts that I ever had at working on my nutrition was eating 1,200 calories. And realistically, that is not how much food that your body needs. That's as much food as a toddler needs. They need 1,200 calories, which means as a grown woman, I needed way more than 1,200 calories to live a healthy and sustainable lifestyle. And so when my clients come into me, a lot of the time we work on getting them enough food for their bodies. And this is going to help restore energy, digestion. You're going to be able to manage stress better. You're going to be able to enjoy your favorite foods without feeling guilty. You're going to be able to also see improvements in regards to just overall hunger cues. And all of these things kind of play a really important role in just establishing that healthy lifestyle. And it's something that we take for granted, and it's something that we are innately born with, right? You're supposed to know your hunger cues. You're supposed to be able to identify them. But what happens is we eat such low quantities of food for such an extended period of time that our bodies now adapt to that new food intake, right? So your body now adapts to 1,200 calories and thinks that that is how much you should be eating. And your metabolism responds the exact same way. And it sits at that low caloric intake, which is why you can no longer lose weight at 1,200 calories. And so what a lot of my clients do is actually what's called a reverse diet. So we add more food back in to help restore the functioning of the body and to really get that metabolism back up to speed and have all of the things start responding again. So we want those hunger cues to come back. We want your cycle to be there. We want your hormones to be happy. We want you to have more energy. And we do a lot of that first in the first few months in order to really kind of prioritize overall food intake. And then from there, we focus on the quality of foods. So this is something that is kind of worked in tandem with the food quantity, but I want you to get enough food first, and then we focus on that more of that 80-20, eating 80% of the time whole nutrient-dense foods, 20% of the time enjoying more of those fun foods. So that's really what that sort of looks like on the journey. The next step is going to be lifestyle factors. So this is really where your overall health comes into play. So if we do not have your overall health in a good place, it's going to be really hard to see sustainable results. And when I talk about lifestyle factors here, I want you to know that I'm talking about things like sleep, energy, digestion, hunger, stress, and recovery, as well as just overall movement, right? So these elements are things that are often neglected in our journeys. And I know for me, I didn't care about any of these things back in the day when I was trying to lose weight. I just wanted to lose that weight, and it didn't matter what sacrifices I made. It didn't matter if I had low energy. It didn't matter if I was super stressed. And what always happened was I could lose the weight, but the weight would come right back when I started living my lifestyle as I would normally do, which incorporates needing more energy and going through stressful periods of time and all of those things. And so really we want to make sure that we are taking care of our bodies from the inside out. And one of my ultimate goals for all of my clients is to help you find what is called optimal health. So yes, we can check the boxes and we can, be relatively healthy and do those things, but my goal for you is to be thriving both physically and mentally. And that's really where the lifestyle factors kind of come into play. So we'll set up things like sleep routines, or maybe we're incorporating some journaling to help you de-stress in the mornings or at night. Maybe we're developing that morning routine. Maybe we are working on other things outside of just health and fitness, right? This is an entire holistic process. And I want you to come to this journey with that open mind that these things are all interrelated, because they are, because these things that we're doing for our health and fitness directly correlate to the success that we're having at work and vice versa. And that's why this process is something that I am so passionate about and something that I really strive to help clients find through the SFL method. And so today, if you're listening to this and you're wondering what this could look like for you, I have some exciting news. I am opening up limited spots for the SFL Method program starting on Thursday, January 20th for 5 lucky women. So please do not hesitate to reach out. Shoot me a message on Instagram. You can shoot me an email, whatever works for you. I would love to just chat further about what this program could look like for you and your health and fitness journey. Thank you for listening to the Lifestyle You podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a 5-star rating and review to help others discover the magic we're creating together. If there's someone in your life who could benefit from listening to this episode, be sure to forward it along to them. You can also follow me on Instagram at Jenna Ray Altman for more helpful content, resources, and good vibes. As always, thank you so much for being here.